Pew, 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 pew. Well, I tried. Anyways, that was a fun Royal Rumble pay-per-view. That was a fun Royal Rumble match, actually. And I guess we could all look forward to the WrestleMania main event of John Cena versus Randy Orton for the world title. Again. Because God knows we need to see that match again. It's been a good long while. And, yeah. So I'm sure they'll change the card around and they'll muck it up so badly. We'll be wishing we had John Cena versus Randy Orton for the world title as the WrestleMania main event. But I digress. That we're taking away from the purpose of this video. This is supposed to be a pickup video, and that has no relevance on today's subject matter, which is supposed to be pickups and things of that nature. So let's touch on some pickups. First pickup, piece of hardware, Game Boy Pocket. 'Tis a Game Boy. The volume there. Bit of Tetris. That's the most you're gonna get. God knows. We might get Content ID or something like that. Anyways, Game Boy Pocket. Sort of a nostalgic pickup, I guess. Since my first Game Boy was actually a Game Boy Pocket around the mid-90s, and that's what I've been playing for like a good chunk of years, was pretty much just Game Boy and Game Boy Pocket stuff and stuff like that, and that was my go-to handheld until I picked up a Game Boy Advance a few years down the line. But yeah, this is not bad. I had a black one, this is a silver one. It's okay. It works, which is the important thing. But yeah, so that's something I've been playing with that actually quite a bit, so it's been seeing some use. Not just a collectible or whatever the case may be. Anyways, enough about that. Let's touch on some games. First up, we got Maximo Ghosts to Glory for the PlayStation 2. And that's pretty much the only manual and all that. That's beautiful. That's pretty much the only PlayStation 2 pickup. We do have a few PlayStation Classic pickups. We got Namco Museum Volume 1, which goes nicely with my Namco Museum Volume 3. And that's pretty much all I have. So I've been seeing a lot of Volume 3s, but I've never seen any of the other volumes. So the minute I saw this, and for relatively cheap as well, I picked it up. I figured, why not? Look at the games that we have here. We have Pac-Man, Galaga, Pole Position, Bosconian, Rally X, New Rally X. Not so new now, is it? And Toy Pop. I have no fucking clue what Toy Pop is, but hopefully it'll be something fun and exciting and something, yeah. Another pickup that I got for PS1, Duke Nukem Total Meltdown. It's a port of Duke Nukem 3D. 1 or 2 players, 7 blocks on a memory card, which is ridiculous and insane, but that's the space that it takes. But you know, if you want to talk about ridiculous memory card usage, the PlayStation 1 version of Hexen, which is another first-person shooter, uses the entire memory card. So if you don't have a clean memory card that has nothing on it, you can't save with that card. You have to clear everything out just to get a save file on Hexen, and I don't know why you need that. I'm sure there's a technical reason. I don't care. I don't have the game. But anyways, I had that ages ago. I got rid of it for some reason. Snagged it back, so I figured, why not? Next up we have Duke Nukem Time to Kill, which is sort of a third-person type of thing. Because if we can't have Duke Nukem forever, we'll have another one of these Duke Nukem 3D things. So, plenty of Duke to keep you busy, I guess. And speaking of Duke, we have Duke Nukem, Land of the Babes. One man, 1 mission, 1 million babes. I've heard not so great things about this thing, but I don't know. We will venture forth, I guess, and have a bit of fun with it. Speaking of things, speaking of games that I've heard not so nice things, a Super Nintendo game, Shaq Fu, it was looking for a good home, and I guess I gave it to it, and I don't know, fuck. It's got some wear and tear, it's kind of dirty, probably a dirty game. Probably use it for a paperweight or a door stopper, probably, kinda, sort of. I don't know. Won't be sending it to any site that wants to destroy it or anything like that, because then people will have to pay more money to buy their own copy. Anyways, moving right along. Couple Wii games. Need for Speed Nitro. The first Need for Speed custom built for Wii. It uses a classic controller and a GameCube controller and a Wii wheel, which is a plastic thing. So plenty of options to control your stuff if you want to go that route, which I like. Another Wii game we have here is Bust-A-Move Bash. Up to 8 players. That's fun. Uses a classic controller, which I like. And I didn't realize you could actually connect up to 8 Wii remotes, whatever you want to call them, onto one thing. But there you go. Anyways, Bust-A-Move. And then also for the Wii we have Power Rangers Samurai. No classic controller support. That's going to be fun. It was too jam cheap, I guess. Yeah, about that. And finally, we'll end it on some NES games. God knows, got nothing else. First off, we got Darkwing Duck. Played this ages ago. It was a pretty good game, even if it was kind of Mega Man derivative, but it's not so bad. Caveman Games. Adventures of Dino Riki. It's that game that you've seen on a number of NES multi-carts if you've dabbled in that sort of thing. Although they would have it listed as Superhuman or Superman or some sort of thing, but it's really just some kid with shooting things. And then at some point you get to shoot clones of yourself and you get to grow into a steroid guy and it's something, I don't know. Anyways, it's a bit of a fun game, actually. Firehawk from Camerica, written by Codemasters. Unlicensed cartridge. I think that's the first time I had a Camerica Codemasters unlicensed cart. I've seen these before ages ago, but it's the first time that I've actually owned one. So that's a bit of a find. I think that's the first time. I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and check. Got Yoshi, which is a puzzle game, for those who don't know. Had Yoshi's Cookie, so that goes along nicely with that. And finally, we have Burai Fighter. Includes password feature, 3 levels of difficulty, and multiple endings. Oh, there's value for your dollar right there. The box is a bit beat up, some rip, some surface damage and things of that nature, but it does come with the manual. No sleeve, but it does come with a manual. I attempt there. Fiddlesticks. There we go. There you go. Burai Fighter. And even the manual's kind of sticky. I didn't pay a whole lot for this, so I'm not the least bit concerned about the quality, but anyways, that's my load for the past month. Not much more to it. So yeah, that's it. So this Friday should be a review. I don't know what yet, but that'll be a thing to look forward to Friday, I guess. So yeah, thanks for watching. Till next time, take care. Good night. I'm gonna clean this all up now. Later.